Hello, my Bill 1000 Nation. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully, everyone's having a great day. If not, I hope it gets better from here. Alright, we are back with another Mr. Ballen video. This one is titled Mr. Ballen's Top 10 Funniest Ads of 2022. Oh yeah, that's right. I said if he did it, I would react to it. I'm excited as shit. So, go ahead, turn the lights down low, put on something comfy, curl up with something special. Let's laugh until our faces hurt, people. Oh, I love the commercials. I'm so excited. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Oh god.
Now, I know everyone has a lot to do to prepare for International Pet and Electric Eel Day. From the eel cigarettes to lure the slippery, cuddly little creatures out of the murky deep to the mega-sized pack of ace bandages you'll need for post-shock wound care, there's a lot you need to enjoy this holiday. But what always happens when you fire up your wood-fired laptop and begin looking for these items? You get hit with a pua! Bah! 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 But don't worry, you can get back to doing what you love, petting electrically charged animals in the name of tradition, if you just use NordVPN. Through their latest feature called Threat Protection, they will automatically block all those disgusting puas that keep disrupting your ability to purchase all of your various eel petting supplies. So, you can either sit on the sidelines this year while your family frolics about in the murky pools and calm stretches of the middle and lower Amazon and Orinoco river basins in South America petting truckloads of electric eels, or you can get NordVPN and before long, you'll be up to your nostrils in cuddly electric eels looking for a good pet. Currently, the best deal
Oh god, I forgot about that one. The eel teeth and milk sandwich. Oh. Oh. Yeah, from videos she saw the warning but went anyway. It's the one where the dam opens up periodically. That was a fucked up story. Great commercial though. Oh god.
Every fall, when the leaves start to turn colors and the weather starts to get cool, people flock in droves to their nearest coffee shop to order a pumpkin spice latte. And every year when I see this phenomenon occur, I think to myself, how hasn't anyone started a seasonal eel teeth and milk sandwich restaurant? It's such an obvious compliment to the pumpkin spice latte. Well, this year
He's not wrong. I mean, doesn't that sound amazing?
decided enough was enough. I was going to fill this massive hole in the marketplace and become the eel teeth and milk sandwich king. However, I pretty much immediately ran into a very big issue. The 5 mini poodles that I hired to help me grow and run this restaurant franchise instantly began to struggle with some basic tasks that I had outlined in the job description, like being able to hold things with your thumbs and speaking a human language. And so just a couple of days ago, as I'm sitting in my office trying for the 100th time to teach these mini poodles how to speak English and how to use their thumbs, my pet frog, Seagull Lung, came flying in and slapped me right in the coccyx and said, "Papa, tu avoir?"
Papa, tu dois avoir ziprecruiter.
Papa, tu devoir ZipRecruiter, which of course in French means, Dad, we need to use ZipRecruiter. And boy was old Lungy right. ZipRecruiter, which is... We've all been there. You're the host for the big summer barbecue, the guests are on their way, and you realize right at that moment as you're pulling it out of the oven that you've overcooked your zebra cornea souffle. With only minutes to spare, you leap head
I don't remember this one. Oh god.
first out of your kitchen window, shattering the glass, cutting your body badly, and then you run into the nearby jungle and you tackle a wallaby and you knock a few teeth loose, you grab those teeth, you run back to your house, you die, you die. You dive back into your house head first through a different window. You cut yourself up badly again. You get inside your kitchen and you whip together a wallaby teeth salad just in time as your guests are coming in the door and right before you pass out from blood loss. Crisis averted, right? Wrong. Zebra cornea souffle and wallaby teeth salad, they're not good. But what is good is HelloFresh. You are not only going to wow your barbecue guests, but also you're going to avoid jail time for poaching wallabies and zebras, and you're going to avoid expensive medical and repair bills from all the jumping out the windows you were doing. HelloFresh recipes.
Landshark. Yes. I do remember this one. This is great.
A couple of months ago, I was laying in bed when I heard this strange tapping sound coming from my downstairs. Now, as I'm laying there, I'm trying to run through the different scenarios of what this sound could be when this tapping sound gets louder and louder, and then all of a sudden, I hear the sound of glass breaking in my first floor. And so I immediately leap out of bed, I run down the hall, I go downstairs, and I'm looking across my living room, and there, coming through my now broken window, was everyone's worst nightmare. I can't even say it. Everyone's worst nightmare. I literally can't even say it. It's so stupid. Was everyone's worst nightmare. A great white shark wearing a special breathing apparatus who was carrying a crowbar looking to rob my home. Carrying a crowbar coming into my home to try to rob me. Now, luckily, I had prepared for this moment, and I had a Civil War era cannon installed in my first floor aimed at that window just in case this happened. And so within seconds, I was firing that cannon off, and Mr. Landshark was land dead. Now, of course, most of you are thinking, come on, John, that's crazy, but that'll never happen to me. And you'd be wrong. Because studies have shown 100% of all people in the world will at some point come face to face with a predatory land shark who is attempting to rob your home. And so if that hasn't happened to you yet, it's time to prepare. And that means two things. One, installing Civil War era cannons on your first floor aimed at the various windows. And two, signing up for SimpliSafe. SimpliSafe agents.
Hey, seriously, anyone found a good deal on them Civil War era cannons? Hit me up. I ain't found no cheap ones. Damn land sharks everywhere.
You ever find yourself in Chocolaco, Alabama, looking out at a fresh murder of crows, and you think to yourself, man, I should get those crows some light fall weather jackets. And so you run home, you fire up your gasoline-powered computer, you hop online to start searching for the perfect crow jacket, and then you get hit with a PUA, a pop-up ad. And you throw your hands out to protect yourself, you're hit with another PUA, and before long you're on the ground, you're calling out for your crow friends to come save you, but they're so chilly without their jackets, they can't flap their wings fast enough to get to you, and so scared and alone on the ground, you die. This used to happen to me 5, 10, 60 times a week until I discovered NordVPN. A VPN or virtual... When you become an adult, two things always happen. Number one, you immediately develop flu-like symptoms and they never really go away. And two, you sign up at the 400,000 yen annual subscription level to swearatatawalrus.com, the beloved company that allows people to scream obscenities right at walrus's stupid faces, either in person or on a Zoom call. And while, of course, really giving it to a walrus...
The walrus is so fucking cute, though. Look at Meow. I love it.
Is totally exhilarating, it is a fleeting pleasure. After all, studies have shown the average adult only cusses out 2.3 walrus before moving on to swearing at other animals like the ancient Egyptian sphinx or various sea serpents. Yeah. But the problem is, when we all inevitably...
I'm at the sea serpent stage. It gets hard, you know. There's not as many of them as what you think.
Fall out of love with swearatatawalrus.com, we often, me included, forget to cancel our costly subscription. And this is why I signed up for Rocket Money. Rocket Money will scan...
But see, I go after them ancient sea serpents. You can't just cuss out any sea serpent. We just watched this one.
We've all been there. Your guests are on their way over to your house for your big New Year's Eve party, and right as they pull into your driveway, you realize you've overnogged your smoked chicken gallbladder eggnog. And so with minutes to spare, you leap out of the window.
It happened just this New Year's.
Shattering the glass and cutting yourself up badly, and then you jog up to Canada and dive into Baffin Bay, and you jump on top of a narwhal, and after some intense underwater hand-to-flipper combat, you take its horn off its head.
Mine cheated though. It started poking me. It wasn't fair.
And you beat it to death. You take its horn, and then you swim back to land, and you jog back to your house, and you leap in through a different window, shattering the glass. And then after you stand up, you make your way into the kitchen, and you whip up a quick narwhal horn iced soup right as your guests are walking through the front door. Crisis averted, right?
No.
Wrong. Smoked chicken gallbladder eggnog and narwhal horn iced soup are both just gross. So your party was doomed either way. But you know what isn't gross? HelloFresh. HelloFresh is America's... Yesterday,
Seagull Lung.
my pet frog, Seagull Lung, and I went to the frog park. And as I watched old Lungy gallop over to his other frog friends to join their game of Hi-Li, I noticed something very distressing. Poor old Seagull Lung was the only frog not in a Halloween costume. And so immediately my parental instincts kicked in, and I sprinted over and ripped old Lungy off the Hi-Li field. And then before long, we were speeding home at over 100 miles per hour, where we crashed into the front of the house. And then after climbing out of the twisted steel and wreckage, me and old Lungy hobbled over to our steam-powered laptop, and after getting that bad boy fired up, I was on the internet looking for the best Wolverine costume for frogs money could buy. But as I was browsing, I got hit, bah, 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 by a pua, bah, bah. Luckily, old Lungy slapped me right in the coccyx and said, "Papa, toutefois, NordVPN."
Papa, tu dois avoir.
Papa, tu dois avoir. Papa, tu dois avoir NordVPN. Which, of course, in French means, Dad, we need to sign up for NordVPN. Through their latest feature. Last weekend, I looked over and I saw old Seagull Lung sitting at his miniature 1999 era G3 iMac, and I couldn't help but notice he was looking a little downtrodden. And when I saw what he was doing on his iMac, I knew why. He was hitting refresh over and over and over again on his MySpace page, and it wasn't changing the numbers. Old Lung hasn't had a view on his MySpace page since 2010. To cheer him up, I decided I would purchase a MySpace view bot and flood his page with tens of views. So I ran over to my windmill-powered laptop and began slapping away at the keys to navigate to an online vendor that sold MySpace view bots. However, as soon as I clicked on the link, this website is a virus, not an online vendor for MySpaceViewbots.com, I knew I had made a terrible mistake. Unbelievably, that website was riddled with malware, and so immediately my windmill-powered laptop caught on fire and then exploded, sending shrapnel raining down.
Poor Lungy's never gonna get his views.
Down on me. Luckily, old Lung was in the other room and he heard the commotion.
New language.
And he leapt into the room and he pushed me out of the way just in time. And then after the dust had settled, old Lung gave me a big hug and then slapped me right in the anti-tragus and said, "Papa, wenn du ständig auf gefährliche Webseiten klickst, dann brauchst du NordVPN." Which of course in German means, "Papa, if you're going to keep clicking on dangerous websites, then use NordVPN." And boy was old Lungy right. So, if your online shopping seems to always turn into explosions and other various...
Lungy for president, I'm just saying. That motherfucker can speak like 70 different languages. He's pimping. He's pimping.
Catastrophes caused by malware-hosted websites, then you need to take old Lungy's advice too and sign up for NordVPN.
Fuck yeah. Lungy knows, bro. WWLD.
I've been married to my wife, Amanda, for nearly 12 years, and I just love her so much. She's so thoughtful, so kind, an amazing mother. And so this Christmas, I wanted to get her something extra special to show her how much I care. And what's more special than a pet, middle-aged, rabid skunk? And so me and old Lungy hopped on my nuclear-powered laptop and began slapping away at the keys to navigate to an online vendor that sold rab skunks. But as soon as I clicked on the link, www.weselllrabidskunksandalsopudding.com, I knew I had made a terrible mistake. That website was riddled with malware, and so immediately my laptop began to melt down and literally exploded. Luckily, Lungy shielded me from the blast, and then after the nuclear winter had subsided, Lungy put on... And then after the nuclear winter had subsided, Lungy put on his traditional gakti, and he said, Lopeta uden drayekeshen, ayutaninen, rokeshta roidi NordVPN. Which of course in Finnish means, stop causing nuclear explosions. Sign up for NordVPN. A VPN or...
I can still just imagine someone looking into the search history. I feel bad for him. What's the Finnish word for, causing explosions? Damn. This old lady must be an angel. He's crazy.
Are you tired of having all that disgusting extra money in your wallet?
Yes.
Does wearing flannel at every occasion, regardless of temperature or general appropriateness, sound exciting to you? If you answered yes to both of those questions, then you've come to the right place. Because just last week, we opened up our brand new MrBallen Flannel Emporium, aka shopmrballen.com. From timeless classics like flannel tuxedos and flannel eyelash extensions, to more modern takes like flannel bell-bottoms and flannel wigs, shopmrballen.com has all your flannel fashion choices covered. But don't you dare come into our emporium unless you've already slapped the like button and the 5-star review button right in the front left tooth. Failure to do so will result in you instantly being shipped off to Bell's Canyon. So, come on down to the brand new shopmrballen.com Flannel Emporium and throw away all that disgusting extra money in your wallet. But hurry up, because the shop closes in less than 2 weeks. Again, go to shopmrballen.com for all your flannel needs. shopmrballen.com.
I love it. That was great. I never thought I'd be a person who would want to sit down and be like, let's watch 15 minutes of commercials. But we did. We just did it. We watched 15 minutes and 3 seconds of commercials. Do you all feel good about yourselves? I do. I'm just telling you, we should put Mr. Ball in charge of all commercials ever. People would actually watch them. Just saying. Alright, if you all enjoyed today's video as much as I enjoyed today's video, please leave a thumbs up. If you're a fan of the spooky, scary, strange, deranged, or old seagull lung, think about subscribing. I love seagull lung too. We're going to make him president one day. As always, be good to one another. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Just think, we have a whole new year full of all new commercials. So exciting.